Thanks for coming.
Always happy to see you.
Even knowing the reason I asked you to come? I want to know everything you know about the two Todds. And I mean everything.
I told you what I knew last night.
That the man that we all think is Todd isn't Todd. That's what you said. And by the time I had a chance to ask you what you meant by that, another guy walks in with Todd's old face. Is he the real Todd Manning?
You couldn't tell?
What do you mean by that?
That kiss. Was it from the man you once loved? Or is he an imposter?
That kiss. Look, my relationship with that Todd was a long time ago.
I don't think it's something you forget.
But it's not about the kiss, Tomas. It's about my kids. All right, they're going crazy. They need to know. We need to know. Who is he? Got two men claiming to be the father of my children. Two men saying that they're my ex-husband. So yeah, I do need some help. And with all your soul searching yesterday, I think you may have left a few things out.
All right. All right, I'll tell you everything I know. But please keep in mind it was a long time ago. And once you hear me out, I just hope you can forgive me. I had a feeling it was going to come to this.
What's that?
Orders I received 8 years ago.
From the CIA?
When I told you yesterday that I worked for the CIA, what I didn't tell you is that the man I reported to, Baker, had gone rogue. He was conducting operations that the CIA didn't sanction. Highly unethical operations that he wasn't allowed to order. He's in custody, by the way. McBain picked him up last night.
Well, that's good. So, these operations...
I thought I was helping my country. I wasn't.
What exactly were you ordered to do?
I was an assassin.
You killed people?
Yes.
Who?
What's important is that 8 years ago, I was told to eliminate this man.
Baker wanted Todd dead? Why?
They claimed he was funding terrorists. They even showed me evidence, which I later realized was faked. So I don't know why they wanted me to eliminate him. All I knew is I had a job to do at the time, and I did it.
What do you mean?
I was here.
Wait, you were here? In Landview 8 years ago?
Yes. To eliminate Todd, but someone had gotten to him first.
You mean...
Mitch Lawrence had Todd beaten and left for dead in Victor Lord's mausoleum, which is where I found him. I called Baker, told him the condition Manning was in, and asked him if he wanted me to finish the job.
You didn't try to help him?
I was following orders, Blair. But it didn't matter. The plans had changed. They wanted Manning alive, so I delivered him to my spears.
You just left him there with them?
Yeah.
Tomas! God, how could you do that? His father, my children, Tomas. How could you leave him with people that wanted him dead? What kind of monster are you?
I know it's not enough, but I believed I was helping my country. I'm very sorry.
You're damn right it's not enough.
And in the interest of full disclosure, when I found Todd in that tomb, he was holding the wedding photo.
So there was no flea market in Paris, just another one of your lies.
The photo was Todd's. I held onto it when I delivered him to Baker. I would stare at it. And you know, something in my soul told me that I was looking at the face of an innocent man. So that's when I started digging. And that's when I discovered the truth about the people I was working for. And I realized I had to get out. So I contacted my friend Kalmar, also ex-CIA.
Oh, another thing you neglected to tell me
I
about.
couldn't tell you that, Blair. You negotiated my exit. I agreed to leave quietly, not say anything to anyone. My tenure ended, but not my guilt. I would stare at that photograph, and I would wonder about the people I'd left behind. What happened to you? If you were left alone to raise children. I don't know what it was, but I just started to paint. I painted it over and over. I guess I was just trying to assuage. I don't even know what I was trying to do.
You telling me all this because you want me to feel sorry?
No, I'm telling you because I'm trying to be truthful finally. I'm trying to explain to you.
The only thing I want explained to me right now. Which Todd is real? Tomas.
Truth is, right now, I'm not sure. When Todd was in a coma, I tried to get a sample of his blood. When I got interrupted, Todd woke up, he accused me of shooting him.
You told me that you didn't shoot Todd. Are you changing that story too?
No. What I told you was true. I went there to stop the shooting. Kalmar had learned that Baker was trying to have Todd taken out.
So Todd he saw you in the window.
And he shows up in my jail cell trying to threaten me. That's when I told him I knew he'd worked for Baker.
Baker wanted Todd dead? Why?
I'm assuming he stopped playing by their rules.
Well, that would be Todd. Why didn't you go to John with it?
Isn't that simple? We both had a lot to lose. Baker finds out we turn on him, you, Tay, and the kids, you're all potential targets. We keep our mouths shut. So we agreed to a truce.
What? Did you ask Todd then if he was really Todd?
Of course. And he looked at me like I was insane. And he swore to me that he was.
Did you believe him?
I was willing to believe that Todd was who he said he was, even with the new face, until Sam started talking about the guy with the scar on his face. And then when Sam ID'd the old photo of Todd, I figured that Taya's husband was the imposter. And that this guy who just shown up was the real Todd Manning.
But you didn't have any proof.
No.
Is this just another one of your lies, Tomas?
You know what? I don't blame you for doubting me, Blair. I really haven't given you any reason to trust me.
No, you haven't.
If I could take back that moment 8 years ago when I delivered Todd to Baker, you know that I would.
I've spent half of my life in love with a man named Todd Manning. I don't know who the hell he is.
And I wish I had some answers for you. But the only way we'll know for certain is when the results from the DNA test come back. And then we will know who is Todd Manning and who isn't.
Well, you have finally told me the truth about your history with Todd. No matter how horrible it is.
I've always deserved to know.
No, what I deserve to know is which of these two men is the father of my children.
Once McBain gets the results of the DNA test, you'll know.
You know, Tomas, I don't think you've noticed this about me, but patience is not one of my many, many virtues.
Meaning?
Well, the way I see it, we need to figure out what happened to Todd from the time you dropped him off to that rogue agent, Baker, until he walked back into town with a new face 8 years ago.
Yes. Unfortunately, the only person that knows exactly what happened to Todd is Todd. Did McBain give you any idea when to expect the results from the DNA test?
I don't know how long I can wait. My family's completely turned upside down.
Well, my family, too.
Well, then we both have a lot at stake, don't we? We both need to know who the real Todd is. The thing we know for sure is that Baker ordered you to kill Todd 8 years ago.
Well, then he changed his orders once I found Todd nearly beaten to death in that tomb. Instead, he told me to bring Todd in.
And then months later, he shows him his face in Lambview with a completely different face.
And the only person who knows what happened in between is Todd.
Well, you know what? We need to talk to Todd. I want to hear his side of the story right now.
Blair, Todd is not going to tell us what happened after I delivered him to Baker.
Why not?
2 reasons. He lived with it this long already.
Or he might not be the same guy.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? I gotta try. If there's just the slightest chance that will bring me closer to knowing who this guy is, then I'm going to take it.
That kiss.
Tomas, I thought we were going to drop the kiss.
The guy with the scar on his face kissed you, you felt something, even though you haven't admitted it.
I told you when I first met you that Todd Manning was the love of my life. And in that wedding, in that picture, he showered me with gold balloons. It was the happiest day of my life.
You know, Dorian said something. That you never loved anyone as much as you loved Todd. And that's the reason you gravitate back to him.
Well, what about it?
I want you to know that I hope that I can break that cycle, no matter who that guy is in the jail cell. You think that's possible?
I can't answer that. Not until I know the whole story.